Picture this, an empire that ruled for more than 6 centuries, longer than the United States has existed, longer than the British Empire held its peak. The Ottoman Empire wasn't just another state that rose and fell. It was a civilization that reshaped how 3 continents traded, fought, and lived. From the walls of Vienna to the deserts of Yemen, from North Africa to the mountains of Armenia, the Ottomans controlled the crossroads of the world. And yet, one question still haunts historians. How does something that powerful, that enduring, simply disappear? The answer isn't what most people expect. This is not a story about one disastrous battle or one incompetent ruler. It is the story of something far more dangerous, the slow death of a system that could not adapt to a changing world. At the turn of the 20th century, Istanbul still looked like a global capital. Grand palaces, monumental mosques, crowded markets, ships filling the Bosphorus. On paper, the empire appeared strong. Its borders stretched across Anatolia, the Balkans, and the Middle East. It had millions of subjects, a standing army, and international recognition. But empires are not sustained by appearances alone. Beneath the surface, the Ottoman state was hemorrhaging resources. Not blood, not yet, but money, authority, and time. European observers had already labeled it the sick man of Europe. This was not merely an insult, it was a diagnosis. Long before armies marched, the empire's internal systems were failing. Debt strangled its treasury. Provinces grew restless. Leadership stood trapped between 2 impossible options: reform everything and risk chaos, or resist change and ensure collapse. For centuries, the Ottomans had mastered a rare imperial formula. War paid for itself. New conquests brought land. Land produced taxpayers. Taxes funded armies, and those armies fueled further expansion. Soldiers were rewarded with land rights instead of wages. Trade routes passed through Ottoman territory, filling state coffers. It was a brutal but elegant system. But systems built on expansion collapse when expansion stops. Costs remain constant, while income dries up. As Europe industrialized, the world shifted. Railways transformed logistics. Steamships dominated the seas. Factories mass-produced weapons. Information traveled by telegraph instead of horseback. The Ottomans understood this reality, and they knew modernization was no longer optional. So, they borrowed. At first, it seemed logical. Loans paid for railways, artillery, ships, and infrastructure. But debt follows its own rules. Interest accumulates, deadlines approach, and when payments fail, lenders demand control. By the late 19th century, European creditors administered Ottoman customs revenue, tobacco taxes, and monopolies. Foreign institutions were collecting Ottoman taxes. Sovereignty was slipping quietly, contract by contract. This financial dependence crippled military strength. Mobilization stalled, supplies ran short, rebellions went unanswered, authority eroded. An empire held together by power projection could not function when power itself was rationed by bankers. Then came the test that revealed everything. In 1911, Italy invaded Libya. Italy was not a great power, but it wanted the prestige of empire. Ottoman North Africa appeared vulnerable, and it was. The navy was outdated. Reinforcements were scattered. Supply lines were overstretched. Local resistance fought bravely, but bravery cannot compensate for systemic failure. Italy prevailed. Europe noticed, especially the Balkans. For decades, Serbia, Bulgaria, Greece, and Montenegro had watched the Ottoman Empire weaken. The loss to Italy confirmed what they already suspected. Separately, they were minor states. United, they could dismantle a giant. Secret treaties formed, military plans aligned, old grudges merged with new ambition. In October 1912, the Balkan War began. The assault was fast and coordinated. Ottoman forces, exhausted from Libya, struggled to react. Railways failed to deliver reinforcements. Orders arrived late or contradicted one another. Ammunition ran out. Soldiers fought with courage, but without support. Within weeks, territories held for more than 5 centuries were lost. Edirne fell. Thessaloniki surrendered. Macedonia and Thrace collapsed. Refugees poured toward Istanbul in unimaginable numbers. The empire was folding inward. Peace negotiations only deepened the disaster. Diplomats carved borders while the Ottomans begged for survival. Every compromise cost more land. Tension inside Istanbul exploded. Moderates pleaded for acceptance. Hardliners demanded revenge. In January 1913, a coup shattered the government. Young officers seized power, promising restoration through renewed war. It was a fatal miscalculation. Further conflict achieved nothing but exhaustion. Minor territorial recoveries could not undo strategic defeat. By late 1913, the Balkan map was redrawn. The Ottoman Empire retained Istanbul and a thin strip of Europe, nothing more. 6 centuries of dominance erased in less than 2 years. The reason was not cowardice. Ottoman soldiers fought fiercely, nor was it cultural weakness. The people endured extraordinary suffering. The collapse came because the empire's systems, financial, military, and administrative, were built for a world that no longer existed. An agricultural tax system faced industrial economies. A conquest-based military confronted mechanized warfare. A centralized empire faced rising nationalism. Every part of the machine that had ensured survival in 1500 became an obstacle by 1900. Reform arrived too late, too slow, and too constrained by tradition. This lesson echoes beyond history. Empires rise on systems that work brilliantly for their time. When the world changes, those same systems harden into chains. Rome had its legions. The Ottomans had their land-grant economy and trade control. Both were revolutionary. Both became prisons. Debt still weakens sovereignty. Logistics still decide wars. Leaders still confuse delay with stability. Empires rarely collapse overnight. They decay quietly, piece by piece, until the structure can no longer support itself. The Ottoman Empire did not fail because it was weak. It failed because it could not evolve fast enough. Its 600-year survival is a testament to resilience, and its fall is a warning. The question is not whether empires fall. They always do. The real question is whether we recognize the warning signs before history moves on without us.